I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
Big up my Raptors. Big up the Raptors. Yo, bun all the haters. Ah, ah. Wicked game from the man them, yo. Cheers. I'm not gonna talk much about my Raptors on this cast right now, but welcome to the podcast. All right, we're gonna keep this nice and quick. All right, this is the NBA Vibes, Sweats, and Bets podcast, and today we're gonna be talking to you about the recap, real quick, about what happened last night's monstrosity of a basketball slate. There was like, I think 12 games or something like that. Anyways, right now I'm just showing you last 7 days, basically what's popping in the last 7 days. And I think I've been doing all right. And I hope everybody else out there has been doing great with their bets as well. It's real early in the season. We got to mitigate risks. We have to manage our bankroll. And with that being said, I'm happy. And I hope everybody else is happy out there too that NBA is back. You see it. So, like I said, we're going to get right into this video right now. Real, simple, less headache from yesterday to today. I like slates like this. But y'all have to pay attention to how you build your lineups. So, I'm going to do a live lineup build right now. Hand built, no optimizers, no nothing. Just straight using my noggin. You see it. So I wrote down some notes. I took in some of the injury reports that was going out there during the day. So I'm going to let you guys know what I know, right? So in return, stay for a while. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Help me to help you keep bringing you guys valuable information and a little bit of entertainment. All right, let's get it. Out of Milwaukee, I would say the value picks out of Milwaukee based on price point. I would say I like Beauchamp, and I like Beauchamp basically only if there's a blowout. I have a funny feeling, guys. I have a funny feeling that Milwaukee is gonna smash Philadelphia, right? Philly's injury report, it's official. James Harden is not traveling with the team. I think he's missing 2 games. So this is one of the 2 games that he's slated to miss. And the team is wildly different without Harden out there. And now we got Coach Nick Nurse running the squad and being a Toronto Raptors fan, seeing how Nick Nurse ran our team last year's, right? People are going to get minutes on this team for sure. He likes running his stars to the ground, all right? I mean, Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet last year led the league, were one of the league leaders, both 1 and 2, in minutes played, right? So Nurse loves running his players to the ground. With that being said, Middleton's coming back from a knee injury, right? There's my thoughts. Knee injury. So I still don't think he's going to get full run. And when it comes down to Philadelphia and their injury report missing James Harden, I think there's a lot of value in Philadelphia, right? A lot of minutes are going to be handed out to Melton, right? They're going to be given out to, let's start with Philly. They're going to be given out to Melton. So let's start with, in my opinion, Maxi's a great play. Great value for Maxi right there, right? But I'm going to go a little bit contrarian. I know Maxi's going to be super popular today, so I'm going to fade Maxi. I know it's ballsy, I know, but just hear me out, okay? Maxi doesn't get the minutes. Who's it going to next? Well, there's not much options here. Point guard, right? You got Maxi, Melton. Beverly's definitely value play, but I'm just not a fan of Beverly's game for fantasy basketball purposes and DFS purposes. So I'm going to fade Maxi on this card. We're going to throw Melton on here, right? And I'm just going to put Melton here on the shooting guard position. Sorry. I'm going to put Melton here on the point guard position. And my little value play here, looks like Springer will get some minutes with this team. And I hope he does because he's a good player. right? He's going to give you defensive stocks, and he just plays hard. He plays hard. So for me, I'm going to throw the dice on probably a low-owned Jay Springer, okay? And then what else we're going to do here? We're definitely going to slot in my number one pick for Milwaukee is going to be Giannis. I'm putting him in the card. It's no problem. I'm not concerned about it. Now, this is where things get tricky when I look at it. Do I think it makes sense to fade anybody else on this matchup, or is it necessary to put anybody else? Because I do believe, I'm a big believer in making sure I have space in the later game in my card in order to late swap. I think late swap is super important. We got to acknowledge that. There's a lot of guys out there, companies out there that are putting out this information. So I didn't this isn't my idea. You know what I mean? I'm taking this from other people, other analysts, their projections and what their thought process behind this is, right? So I do believe that late swap is important. And I think you guys need to keep that in mind too as well. So moving forward, I think I just want to put in here as well. Who else do we got? Toby's going to get minutes. I like how Kelly Oubre's been looking in preseason. Again, it's preseason, but this is Philadelphia's first game. So really, who knows how the rotations are really going to be, right? And same with Jay Springer. Jay Springer could easily be swapped out with Korkmaz. But I'm gonna roll the dice with Springer and see what happens. In fact, I might make another card and just swap Springer out and put Korkmaz in, right? So, but I'll do that later. Anyways, for this card, this is what we're gonna do right here. We are going to put. So if we go under the impression that okay, it's gonna be a blowout by Milwaukee, like Milwaukee should cakewalk over Philly, even though I don't think that's going to happen. But let's just hypothetically, right? Would you guys fade Embiid? Is that a thing? Like, is that too ballsy, fading Embiid and Maxey? I think it's a little bit too cute. So we're gonna throw Embiid right there, right in the center position, right? And just to make sure I lock in the people in the late slate, this game between the Lakers and Phoenix, I'm going to get in my stars right here now too as well. So KD's an automatic plug and play. If you fade him, which I will fade him in one or two of my cards because I like to diversify. And when people zag, I want to zig. But for this purpose, we're not going to fade KD. He should have monster usage. I mean, look at the injury report and look at who's going to be sitting. We got Devin Booker. He's out for tonight. Okay, nursing a foot injury, a toe injury, right? We got Beal also sitting tonight, officially ruled out, right? So usage has to go somewhere. I really like sticking with these guys, these two teams, right? And let's find some value. Let's find some value picks in the rest with these late swap. Because right now, I'm pretty happy with locking in Giannis from the Philadelphia game and Milwaukee game. And then the rest of the guys I have on that matchup is Philadelphia. And I'm okay with that. Philadelphia is the ones that have the injuries with and missing Harden. So I think that's the smartest move to do. These guys are going to be heavily owned. Melton's going to be heavily owned. All right. Embiid's going to be heavily owned. But listen, superstars, they're studs. The odds of them not producing very slim to none, especially on opening day. I think that they've missed basketball just like we've missed basketball, and they're going to show out, right? We're talking about Philadelphia and Milwaukee, right? So, moving forward, late matchup between Phoenix and the Lakers. This is what we're going to do. Yep, I'm going to put in AD. I know we had a shit game yesterday, or day before yesterday, pardon me. Sorry, I'm not going to put in KD. Sorry. What I'm going to do is we're going to put in Nurk and see if we can find value for the cheapies anywhere. And if Nurk doesn't work out because of Phoenix, Little, Little could get some run. Phoenix could give Little some run. What else is happening here, though? And Sabin Lee. Okay, guys, listen. Let's think this through for a second. Sabin Lee, who's the backup? Okay, there is no real backup point guard with Phoenix, guys. And when I was doing my projections earlier today and I was plugging into the rest of the resources that I plug into and watching other people's content, shout outs to Stochastic. Great YouTube channel full of information. Those guys, they've been doing it real big, real proper for a long time. So go hit them up, give them a sub if you don't already follow them, right? Big them up, right? But we're here on my channel, we're doing this with NBA Vibes, so let's get with it. Because of salary constriction, and because this is a quick picks card, we're just gonna throw it in, okay? I know I had circled on my notes today Goodwin. Okay, Goodwin. I think Goodwin's gonna also get minutes, but because of the crunch that we have for the salary, yeah, I'm just gonna go with it, guys. I'm gonna go with probably a low-owned Sabin Lee, super low-owned. It's gonna be contrarian, right? Goodwin, according to the peoples out there, Goodwin is projected to have high ownership. So let's wrap it up, guys. Right? Let's give you guys some time, ladies and gentlemen, folks. Let's give you folks some time out there to plug in your cards and play the best picks that you possibly can for today. It's a 2-game slate. All right? Anyways, my name's NBA Vibes. Thank you for joining me. Let's plug this in. Let's lock it in. Boom. Entered. Boom.
They don't believe me when I'm seeing